Kings Club Casino, Kings Club Baccarat. For the Kings Club Baccarat lessons in professional play. We show it from the beginning to the end. We even will help you understand how you should handle yourself at the table, how you should handle yourself at the cage, how you should handle yourself with the pit bosses, how you should handle yourself to get the things coming to you that you deserve, along with getting the money every day. Professional full-time play or as a side hustle. We're working it here. We show workshops at night, and some of these workshops are designed just simply to be showing you what we're doing and how to do it. It doesn't have much to do with winning and losing, and it's not that kind of a thing. But tonight we're going to show a selection method that I prefer, and we're going to show a betting method that I'm experimenting with. Hey, Joseph Gorecki, and that's what I mean by the in the lab kind of a workshop. So it's going to turn out like it's going to turn out, but it doesn't matter because this is a learning phase, and we're working on things with the professional baccarat play. So we got Joseph Gorecki in the house, and Chuck Ritter, my friend, always helping me out. Gil Rary and John Bradway, welcome, guys. Get some people in the house. Casey Steve sent me an email back today about how he's playing in the casino and how he manages the cage also. That's what I was talking about. You got to know how to manage these things. Gary and Frank, Michael Steinfeld, welcome. Bill. Bill knows how to handle the cage. He's in there all the time. Ballet, Chicago is a horrible place. I wouldn't even stop there, John, but it might be what you're stuck with up there. So you got to do what you got to do, and uh, and we'll go from there. Hey, Trish Graves, good evening. So we're gonna use a different betting sequence tonight, but we're going to be playing high roller, but not as high as we played the other night. But it still falls into high roller because the first bet's going to be $500. It's going to be 10 units of 50. And we're going up 10 units of 50. We're going down 9 units of 50. You guys have seen it before. Casey Steve, I got your email. Thank you very much. I will be answering it tonight or tomorrow morning when I have some time, but I have read it, and I loved how you talked about how you handled the cage and all of that. So thank you very much, and thank you for all you've done. 4 million miles in a big rig. That's Casey Steve. And welcome in here. Hey, Don Montgomery. Welcome. So we're going to go. Well, I'm going to tell you how we're playing it tonight. We're going to play the second. We're going to play the chop after the second bank, after the second player, or the third player. We're betting on the bank. Here you go. I've already got it set up with 2 players right there. So we're going to go ahead and begin with the first bet, $500. We're playing units of 50. This is high roller, so we're playing units of 50, and well, I could just put 500 out there. So we're going to go up 10 units of 50, down 9 units of 50, and I'll explain why in a minute. That is, if we can get a win or two. So we started at $2,728,000, and there's a win. So that would be a walk. That's a win and a walk. We won $475. But let's go ahead and play it a little bit longer. What the next bet now is going to be down 9 units. So we're going from $500 down to 50. And so what you're doing there is you're banking your $450. The game chops so much, you'd like to win it on the high side and lose it on the low side. And that's what that's about. We got a no bet now because we got a banker win sitting on top. So we want to have 2-player wins to set this up. We're not beginning after 1 player. We're making it do a 2-player win. And there it is. So I'm going to play a $50, whoops, not 100. Come on, Harold. A $50 bet because this is down 9 units of 50. So we put the 500 in our pocket. You can see it's still there, it's still listed there. It's a 425, but theoretically we would start over here. Let's go ahead and start over here. We're not gonna go down because we won our session and we were done. So this is a new session. So I'm gonna bet 500 here, and that way we'll see how we do on this sequence. With the tie, we simply rebet the $500 bet. That's the entry level bet that we're playing. Okay, good. So now we're going to go to 1,000. We're going up 10 units of 5. So that's the $1,000 bet. And the banker catches the player catches 2 naturals on us, and so they got a 4-win streak there. That's how you lose it. So we're going to go to 1,500, but we got to get a chop with a banker, and we got to go back to 2 players again. So there's the chop. Now let's see if we can get 2 players again now. We ran into a buzzsaw right there, catching those naturals back to back on us. It happens. Didn't get it that time. You got to have two player wins to trigger the one banker start. And we've got a $1,500 bet. I didn't write it down. I'm glad I remembered it, what the bet is. But no, again, it didn't matter anyway because this is for instructive purposes. One player win there. Let's see what happens here. I love those 0-0 ties. They're always interesting. You got 6 10-count cards out there. So that's a two-player wins there. You can see them there. So the bet is 1,500 now. And we'll see what happens here. Up 10 units of $50. Man, he's hot. All these naturals right now. We're going to $2,000. Hot. Okay, so we're gonna go to $2,500. We got no bet. We're going to get it again. You know what happened? You've got two quads up there now. They're rare, but you do catch them. We had two quads of players there. There's one. Got to catch two players to get the triggered bet. There's one. And they reduced the banker down. Okay, so here's what you're going to see now. You see those, when you're playing chop after the second player, what you get beat with is a 4 or 5. You got to have a 4 or a 5. Now we got beat twice there. This is the very first win there. Then we got beat twice there, and now we got it here. So the odds of catching another quad are astronomical. Not to say it can't happen. This is why we're doing it here, because the odds of going 3 quads here is astronomical, but let's see what happens. We got a $2,500 bet, and we'll see, can it do 3 quads in a row? Because it certainly could, but it didn't. So there's the 2,500. So we would go down $450. So we would go to 2,050 on the next one, the next go around. But we got to catch 2 players again to trigger it. I like that. The odds of catching those 3 quads are really, really rare. And if you play this game enough, you'll know that the odds of catching it. But of course, you don't just catch the quads. It could catch 5, 6, or 7. But doing it 3 times is a little bit of an anomaly. It's not totally outside the realm of expectation. It's just a little bit of an anomaly. I think we got 2 again. There you go. The bet was 2,500. We'd go down 450 to $2,050. There is $2,050 bet on the banker. Seeing, can we chop these 2 players? Can't do it. Okay, so we got to add 500. That's 2,550. Right? I think that's right. I should have been writing this down. He's hot, but this is very, very unusual, but I like that we're seeing it. Look at that. 3 quads there. Okay, so we're going to go to 3,050 on the next bet, and we're going to bet that these streaks of player wins are going to stop. There's a banker win. Now we need 2 player wins, and we'll go to 350. One. Let's see if we can squeeze out another one. Got a tie. Couldn't do it. Need 2 player wins. Couldn't do it again. One. Hey, Michael Gay, good evening. Banker's making some money now. Running through this shoe. Trying to remember the bet. Thanks, Chuck. I was going to go higher. I thought it was 3,050. Are you sure about that? Okay. Chuck's telling me it's 2,550, so I'm going to bet it anyway. That's what I'm going to bet. Okay, so we're gonna put out $2,550 because my friend Chuck Ritter said to do that. Bill Lotta says it's 3,050. So okay, I tell you, Bill, you're making money. So Chuck's coming in now too. So okay, so we're at 3,050. And we're going to hope that this player run doesn't keep going on all night. $3,050. Got a push there. And we finally caught a natural over on the banker side, $3,050. So the next bet would be down $450. So what is that bet? Somebody tell me the next bet. Somebody do some Jethro Bodine subtracting. 3,050 says it must be 2,600. The $2,600 bet is the next one. If we can catch, and I'm not going to keep going after this shoe. I'm just going to, I'll run a whole shoe. You guys get the gist of it. Hey, Brian Brown. Gil Rary helped me out there too. So we got a $2,600 bet if we can get there. One player went. Nope. One win player. And a push. Focus. That's right, Bill. You got to focus, man. I'm going to run out of the shoe. I always like it when player gets reduced. Oh, sorry. Do my best, Bill. One player win. Two player wins. Okay, so we're going to make another shot at it here. We have got down $450 is a $2,600 bet, right? So we're going to put $2,600 on the banker right there and see what happens. And with that win, we climbed back a little closer. What it was a $2,600 bet, so we got no bets now, and we would be at $2,150 on the next bet. If we can get one more bet, it'd be $2,150, and if we don't, then I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. This was high roller stuff. One win for the player. and chopped. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Let me get my pen out so I can write it down. The next bet is $2,150. So what we will do, thank you, I lose my lighting. So I'm going to leave this right where it is at 2,726,000. 618. So we're down a little less than $2,000 right now. But we did win the first session, so that was actually, always keep in mind, if you win a session, it's over with. So we won our first session. We're doing instructive purposes on this 10 plus 10 minus 9 and chopping from 2, 3. And I like this. It certainly wasn't hot tonight, but I like it over the long haul, and I like it that it will come back. At least I believe it will, and we'll be back tomorrow night to see that. We'll be at 2,726,618 with a bet of 2,150 tomorrow night. Taking a look at this big road, you can see these player wins there, and then the banker came back, and you see the banker dominated here, but we weren't betting those then because yeah, Bill, we weren't betting those then because we won this bet here. And I wish we'd caught another player then because we win again. But we see the player dominated us early, and then we made some substantial comebacks to get our money back. But we're still in a hole, and I'm going to be reconvening tomorrow night with a new shoe, beginning at $2,726,000 and $2,726,618, and with a bet of 2,150. So this is going to be like a sequel tomorrow night. This is the opening movie. We're going to have a sequel tomorrow night that picks up where it left off. We're going to have the same guy talking to you in the same kingdom here. I hope we get everybody in here tomorrow night, and we're going to be working this full-time professional baccarat or side hustle baccarat, how you can go into the casino. Now you got to keep in mind when I'm doing this up 10 units down 9, I'm using $50 tonight. You can use $100. You can use whatever you want to use. You can use $10 units like at South Point. You could start with $100, win, you go down to 10. You lose, you go back to 110, and you win, and now you've won $100 and another 110, and you're out of there. So the plus 10 minus 9 is actually a very strong way of playing D'Alembert, and I have played it before. You guys have seen it. But you also, when you're playing like 4 units of 50, up 4 units of 50, down 3 units of 50, in a lot of ways, that's a whole lot of units as well. It's just the units are larger. So we're going this way. We're going to look at it again tomorrow night. Michael Steinfeld, thank you, my friend. Yeah, John Brad. Hey, listen, we're getting back to Vegas. We're going to figure all of this out. Monday, I do my left eye. I'm the one-eyed jack for the last 2 weeks, but I do my left eye on Monday, and hopefully it will be just as good as the right one is, because the right one's very, very good. And I am going to continue to play nice with the dentures that I have in my mouth. It's certainly not working out splendidly yet, but it's a little better now than it was 3 weeks ago. Of course, this is a long road. Some of you have been through this, so you know what I'm going through. But it's just patience and everything else. And I like doing. Bill Latta was telling me to focus. He's talking about the camera, and I thought he was talking about my brain. I need to focus. Thanks to all of you guys, and to Casey, Steve, thanks for joining us again tonight. I'll be answering your email, and I'm trusting I'll get some other comments from everybody, and I'll be answering those, and I'll be back with you tomorrow night. Thank you so much to all of you. Oh, back on the road tomorrow, KC Steve, 4 million miles, and you're going to go get some more. Okay, well, thanks God for you guys that are out there moving stuff around. We appreciate it. Trish Graves, thank you, and we will see you tomorrow night, and we'll be getting together. Love you guys. See you later.